Yo, what's up? It's your favorite Samoan Barkeep here. And today, we're going to do Frankfort versus Clermont. Which 17-year beam is the best? Stay tuned. Alright, so before we jump in here, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We appreciate you the love for the channel. And we're going to get into this Frankfort versus Clermont. So if you're not familiar with the Hardins Creek expressions, Jim Beam basically has the same juice. And it's coming out of 3 different warehouse campuses. So you have the Frankfort, the Clermont, and then the third release coming later this year is going to be the Boston. So first one was the Clermont, so we've had that one for a while. I just picked up the Frankfort this weekend. Bourbon Baller Lee, as usual, hooking it up. So now we got these blinded, and we're going to try them out, see which one is better. So I have a few distilleries that I really love. They're all mostly legacy distilleries, so I love Brown-Forman stuff, Jack Daniels, Old Forester. Love Buffalo Trace, so E.H. Taylor, Stag. There's probably something else I'm not thinking of right at the top of my head. Oh, Eagle Rare, of course. Love Jim Beam, so Booker's, Hardins Creek. So just legacy distilleries, all the resources they have. They're just able to come out with some pretty solid products. Oh, and of course I forgot about Heaven Hill with ECBP. Oh, there's just so many good whiskeys and bourbons out there. So let's get into this Clermont versus Frankfort. Off the nose, very similar. Alright, so we'll start with this one here. So on the nose, I'm getting a lot of oak. Aside from the oakiness, which you really get a lot of that oakiness on the nose, I'm getting a little bit of that nuttiness that you usually get from Jim Beam products. And then you get a touch of that sweetness. I can't figure out if it's brown sugar or caramel. Just a little bit of sweetness, but you're getting lots of that oak punch just because 17 years, definitely you can get that oak on the nose. Let's go in for a taste. So you definitely get the oakiness right off the bat. Just you can tell that this is an old bourbon. So tons of that just oakiness. Both of these are coming in at 110 proof, so you feel a little bit of that proof, but it comes across mostly as just heavy oak. The nuttiness comes across the palate as well, and then now that I am drinking it, I'm thinking it's a little bit more brown sugar. So brown sugar, nuttiness, and then just oak all day. On the right, same just blast of oak. I don't get as much nuttiness on this one. And I don't get a lot of sweetness on the nose either. Let's try it out. So that one, heavy oak. All right, so this one is just blasting me with the oak. So a lot oakier than the one on the left here. So it's just oak forward, just blasting you with that oak flavor. I'll get a little more of like a burnt flavor, so like a burnt sugar, charred oak type flavor on this one versus the first one. So I mean, I know they're both 17 years. This one tastes like it's aged longer, but obviously they're not. So This one is a little bit sweeter. This one is less sweet, and then more burnt, more oak. So all right. I think I have my decision made. So I prefer this one. It does get you a bit more oakiness, but that kind of charred flavor, I really like that. It gives it a nice kind of toasty flavor. And then this one, if you prefer yours a little bit sweeter, then I would go with this one. So time for the reveal. Let's see which ones we had here. So this one, the sweeter one, less oaky. I don't know, can you guys see that? I don't know if you can see it. It's a C for the Clermont. So even though they were mixed up, they still ended up on that side. That was the Clermont. So I actually preferred, I don't know if you can see that, but there's an F on the bottom there, I promise. So let's just do this. F for Frankfort. So that was my winner, the Frankfort. If you like bean juice, I'm sure you will love both of these pours. But just depending on your palate, if you prefer the sweeter, less oaky, then you'll want to go with the Clermont. If you like a little more toasty, kind of burnt flavor, more oakiness, then you will want to go with the Frankfort. But either way, I don't think you can go wrong. Both delicious pours. Definitely look into the Hardins Creek. All right, so as always, thank you for watching. Have a good one. Cheers. That's delicious.